real quick. Okay. Hello, real quick. This is a free guide on how to code your first C# game. I'm gonna get right into it. This is actually for one of my papers for school, but I thought I'd take the time to also stream it so that way you guys can get the lesson as I'm writing it. So yeah, let's do this. So, right away, I'm gonna tell you to go ahead and download Visual Studio on your computer. If you're following this guide, go ahead and follow and download it. So far in the paper, I'm already pretty far ahead. I wanted to stream it as I was going along, but my Streamlabs had just got an update, so I wasn't able to log in right away, but now I finally got that sorted out. But pretty much all you do right away is download Visual Studio. Now I'm not going to get into much detail because if you're someone who's trying to get into coding or any of that stuff, you should be computer literate. So I'm going to assume that you already know how to do stuff like that. So let's say go ahead and you download it, then you can follow along to kind of where I'm at with the guides. So let's do that. Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna post this to the link on the YouTube page. Hopefully you guys are watching this on YouTube and you are able to then leave a like and comment, or leave a dislike if you hate seeing my face, and you want me to post less pictures, that'd be fine, but I appreciate comments even more. I want to see comments. If you want to talk shit, talk shit. If you want to spread positivity, do that too. Whatever it is you want to do. Constructive criticism, I'll appreciate that even more, so please go ahead and do that if you're watching on YouTube. If not, and you're watching this live, let's get into it. So yeah, download your Visual Studio. You go on the website, download it, hit next. Don't even worry about any of this. Click the default settings for everything, and I'm just gonna show you kind of the basics about coding and stuff like that. So yeah, let's do it. You want to name it high-low game right here, and just pretty much use your default settings, and then you're ready to go. Hey Jim, I'm trying to show a kind of guide that's going on YouTube, so yeah, follow along if you want, but pretty much I'm going to be showing you and anybody else who watches this video how to code. I've never done it before, but I feel like now's the time. So the stuff that I really wanted to get into is this section right here called the coding essentials. I'm basically going to talk about data types, return types, accessibility modifiers, and then kind of like object-oriented programming. But that should cover the basics, and then I'll walk you through how to build a game in C# using Visual Studio. Or is it in Visual Studio using C#? Whichever way you want to say it. Yeah, this is not a formal type video at all. It's just one of those things where I am dishing out some useful information. So if you want to use it, by all means use it. If not, hey, it's gonna be entertaining regardless. So yeah, I was writing about data types over here, and then constructors. So once I talk about all these things in not too much detail, but just a little bit, I'll then walk you through how to code the program itself. But you can't go into coding or any kind of that stuff without talking a little bit about the concepts behind programming. So the way I like to describe it is using food. You want to build or you want to cook a meal, right? Let's say you want to make spaghetti, and you have your ingredients, and then you have your recipe, and then you have your kitchen, and then the point is to make really good food. So each one of those things can be compared to programming. So your kitchen would be your IDE and compiler, which is in this case Visual Studio, and the recipe that you're following, that's your coding language that you choose. Then you have your utensils, that's these, your data types. No, your utensils I'd say is more like your objects and your properties and methods, and then your ingredients are your data types. So basically, your goal is to have an error-free program. You want to make the food taste good. You don't want to mess up any of the ingredients. You don't want to mess up any part of the recipe. And yeah, that's basically what coding is. It's breaking something down to its simplest form and then building it back up to make something useful with it. So I've talked a little bit about data types over here. Let's talk about return types. Return types, excuse me, are I think I should talk about return types inside methods, because it wouldn't make sense outside of methods. No, but they do apply everywhere else. Oh, that stuff. I'll just talk about it anyway. biggest thing is I'm trying to word this in a way that somebody who's brand new to coding can understand. It's not really trying to give them a very broad understanding, just like the most basic, the quickest way into programming that you can get, basically. So that's why I wanted to talk about projects and methods and properties first before I talk about classes. Empty constructors define.
This is not a newsroom, this. This is a revolutionary house.
The president snapped. The president snapped.
You see, let me tell you, before you are chachara, let me tell you. This is a building of a revolutionary party. Party. It's a revolutionary house. And you know nothing about it. You know nothing about the revolution. Here you behave or else you jump. Or else you jump. This is not a newsroom, this. A newsroom, this. This is a revolutionary house. And you know nothing about the revolution. Don't come here. Not yet. Not yet. You can do it somewhere. You are in the wrong place. This
I think that's it for the basics. I just need to take pictures.
And you know nothing about the revolution. Yeah, you are in the wrong place. And you can go out. Yeah, you can go out. This is a building of a revolutionary. Okay? It's a revolutionary house. And you know nothing about the revolution.
The president snapped. The president snapped.
I think it's very important for me to go over kind of all this information before we even dive in. I feel like a lot of people will just say, "Oh, here's the instructions on how to build something." Cool, and then you have like no idea what any of those building blocks mean. You're just following what the other person is doing. And I remember when I started to code, that was what I really did to like learn how to build like really simple projects. I must have been like 17 or something, and I would build like a really basic like console application, for example. And the console application, I wouldn't know what any of those things meant. Yeah, the best example I can give was when I was learning Unreal Engine. I would just follow the person's like guide on how to build like a video game, but I wouldn't know what certain things did. Like he would be like, "Oh, just add this event handler here," and he doesn't say what an event handler is, for example. So that's really my goal, is to just break those down, and then we can talk about how to put them all together. Alright, so that should be it for the coding essentials part. Now we can insert page break.
Gentlemen in the mix.
We want them to be able to